Ladies and gentlemen, welcome everyone to the grand finals of Roulette Rivals 16. It's been a very long time with a longer Swiss stage for the first time before a tournament, and now we're here at the very end of it. Scruffy versus Dein Nomos, these are your two finalists, and this match will be shoutcasted by the team of the four of us. With us today, we have the wonderful Aphro.
Hello. Hello, Kerry. Thank you for having me.
Well, on the cast as well is a GLeBaLK.
Hello, everybody.
Last but not least, we have Hashashin 47 with us.
How's it going, everybody? Super excited here for this massive grand finals between two very deserving players of being here.
Absolutely. And last but not least, I'm obviously in the cast as well. And we will start this grand finals a little bit early. The first map is about 30 minutes away. First map of this first to 10 match, so potentially 10 maps we'll see. But to introduce our finalists a little bit more, we will talk about their tournament, their progression, and also, of course, the grand finals ahead of them a bit more in detail beforehand now. And I believe I want to start us off with that right away by talking about our finalist on the left-hand side and the maybe for some of us the favorite to win the finals, but also somebody who's shown in the past that they can for sure do it. It is Scruffy. Selected the wrong transition there, but that's fine. So yeah, Aphro, can you give us a short overview of the first stage of the tournament, which obviously was the Swiss stage, 6 rounds that we have. Can you talk us a little bit how that went for Scruffy?
Yeah, sure. And what a Swiss stage that was for Scruffy, who won all 6 of his matches. He has not opted out of any round and has won all of them, 3 of them being clean sweeps against Muffin, you Curry, and Nez. But he has also gotten some tense matches against Alec Hitman and Luke.png, and Chris also took 2 points from him in round 5. I think his Swiss stage, as impressive as it is, in roulette, score lines never tell the whole story, right? And
Absolutely.
and I think even though he won all of them and deservedly, definitely some of these players have given him a hard time. Especially, I remember the Luke.png match, which was so tense all throughout. Especially in some maps where it came down to the wire, and I think there was a couple photo finishes in there as well.
Yeah, that
So yeah,
Luke versus Scruffy match was absolutely insane. I don't know if everybody remember, but that scale that it
yes,
was the last map there where Luke. I think he said to me he triggered his phone like in the rush of everything there as he tried to like just pop the breaching charge and run to an exit. He had triggered the phone in the toilet, and that was why NPCs was running up there. And it's just like that could have ended Scruffy's win streak right then and there, right? So it's like
yeah,
that's the stakes that these tournaments are bringing.
Absolutely.
How
yeah.
different
That
it could have
that
looked.
match, I remember. I haven't watched I Like Hitman versus Scruffy, but I see that it was a 4-6 as well. But yeah, I do remember that Luke match, and I thought it was over in that scale, but you never know what might happen in roulette. So
Certainly
And that's
not.
the intensity. That's the intensity of playing these heat of the moment matches.
Absolutely. Scruffy himself also said that match versus Lick.png was probably his favorite one, even though it was the one where he almost lost it. But yeah, overall, he seemed to have enjoyed the Swiss stage. But obviously, Swiss stage is not all of the tournament. We did have the knockout stage afterwards. And Scruffy finishing with the only player finishing with 6 points, therefore securing first seed for the knockout stage played the 16th seed, being Frode, and of course some other opponents afterwards. What can you tell us about the knockout stage for Scruffy's end?
Yeah, I do remember the Scruffy was first seed, so bracket wasn't random, so he had to face the 16 seed. Last one to qualify was 47, which is not an easy opponent at all, but still 182 0 against Frody, and then moved on to face Moo, which was also a very tense match, and Scruffy finally has taken it with a 8-4. He lost in Mumbai and Bangkok. And then the latest match in date was Scruffy versus Joker J, which he lost in Haven and won with a very, very short margin in the photo finish in Dartmoor, which was 2.02 seconds, if I remember correctly. Insane photo finish. Definitely the photo finish of the year. So close. And it's worth noting that two of his matches in knockout stage actually ended in Dartmoor, which we know how Dartmoor works, right? So, so I'm not saying that it's lucky for him to have ended on the Dartmoor, but it's definitely one of the maps that it's almost always you win by photo finish or something like that, or your opponent ripping at the very last minute. So
I remember how tight that Scruffy Joker J match
yeah,
ended up in the end
it's
as well.
actually the
Coming down to
closet.
a closet,
It was
yeah.
a closet, yeah. Because if Joker hadn't gone into that closet, I think Scruffy would have been done
At
on
least
that
that would have
Dartmoor.
been 1 point each, and we
Yeah.
would have moved on to the next, right? So yeah, it's just some like the heat of the moment. It's such a stressful environment to compete in, right? So
Yeah, for sure. But I think Dartmoor is banned, actually.
yeah,
So we
this
Yes,
will
time
not
it's
indeed.
see that.
banned.
This tournament
Indeed.
has to rely on skill, not loading times, which
Yeah.
is not a problem for Scruffy.
Absolutely not. We will go over to the maps later a little bit, but yes, Dartmoor is not a part of today's map pool. What would you deem the most important match for Scruffy from this tournament so far, except for obviously the grand finals?
Yeah, of course, the grand finals is the obvious answer, right?
Yeah.
But I do think that Luke match was the most important one in this tournament for Scruffy, because it was the one that could have cost him this first place, actually. And
Absolutely.
it was also the one that could have ended his 100% win rate on the Swiss stage. And he is, by the way, the only unbeaten player in the entire R16 matches, whether it be Swiss stage or knockout. So it was definitely the match, in my opinion. That also it's a match that when you come out of it, it can take a bit of a hit on your mental. If you lose like your very last match in round 6 and it costs you your first place, it could have gone very differently, I think, in terms of mental headspace, right? When it comes to the rest of the tournament, definitely puts you in a great position when you're in first place. So
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, those later matches didn't exactly go how Scruffy planned, but did make it work for him in the end as well. And yeah, now in the grand finals, but obviously one player is not enough for the grand finals on his own. So we do have our other finalist, Dein Nomos, and he obviously had a Swiss stage of his own. And I want to ask Hashashin, can you tell us about Dean's Swiss stage?
I mean, when Dean has been one of the most solid players ever since he joined the roulette scene, and I think what you see from his first 3 matches here as well is what you would expect. But I mean, as soon as you see the matches here, at least in the Swiss brackets there versus Chris, Alf, and Reaper, it's very much a mixed bag, and I think that's what I find so fascinating with in this tournament. Like the Swiss bracket here, super solid three first matches there, and a loss to Chris, a loss to Alf, and a sweep against a player like Reaper. Right? It's one of those. Where do you have Dean? But I think that's what has been so exciting by watching his knockout run, if anything, because those matches against both myself there and In for Fun, it was just ice cold, just ran through his opponents, and I think that's what I paid. What I've noticed the most here with Dean is a bit uneven and a bit uncertain in the Swiss stages, but has really just tuned himself up to another level when the knockout stages started there, and just been ice cold throughout, really.
Absolutely, and this is also something that Scruffy said. We asked him earlier about what he thinks Dean's biggest strength is, and that he fears the most in this match. And Scruffy's answer was Dean's consistency. Sometimes, at the very least, can play very, very consistently across all maps, even if he might not have the quickest strategies at all times. But a single rip against a player like Dean could lose the match here, pretty much.
And I think another huge strength that Dean has is something that maybe we see from his matches throughout there is the more stakes that there are, he seems to just step up his game, and that's very, very huge from him here. And just looking at how he responds to the questions that was asked to him before the match, you can clearly see that he's very ready for this match. He certainly knows what he needs to do. Whether or not it will lead to a win, we'll just have to wait and see. But there's no doubt that Dean is ready for this match.
Absolutely. Did ask him what he feels about playing Scruffy, somebody who's certainly very experienced on these stages, having won several rivals at this point. And yeah, Dean obviously nervous about this. Doesn't matter who his opponent is, he'll always be nervous, but he'll just continue what he's been doing, trust their play style, and try not to rush anything, just because this is Scruffy's playing against or any higher stake match. And I think that is a really good mindset to go to the finals with. But yeah, we did mention his consistency as well. He did look consistent in his recent matches. Could you find any exceptions to Dean's consistency, or any like match where he seemed to really struggle against another player in particular, or where his match is just filled with consistency all throughout the tournament?
I mean, I did allude to it there in the Swiss stage where it became a bit difficult there when if you look at the round 4, 5, and 6 matches. As I said, it's very much a mixed bag. Sweep against Reaper, like you sweep Reaper, that means you should compete to maybe win the tournament. But then lose against Chris and Alf makes it very much like you very wide open, and that's sort of like where I ended up feeling with Dean. Looking at his matches from the Swiss brackets, like it was a big uncertainty for me what to expect of him in the knockout stage after having had such a mixed bag in those matches. But yeah, that's where he just seems to have just brought it up to another level now, and just keep on playing hard. But I of course find it very interesting here, because Dean definitely has done his homework and paid a lot of attention to the map bans and picks and stuff like that, trying whatever he can here to make sure that Scruffy has to use his brain when he plays in this match. He can't just like pick the syringe in New York and run along, and that is certainly something that Dean has done for a good reason.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and if I'm am I
Please go
muted?
ahead, Aphro.
No, I'm not. Okay, no, I'm not. Okay, if I might say, I think this is such an interesting match in the sense that, as Hash alluded to, their play styles are so different, like polar opposites. Scruffy's so fast and so efficient in everything he does, and Dean he excels in the most complicated spins, the ones that you don't want to see, right? So I think it's very smart of him to have picked the big maps and banned the short ones, because you have to play on your strength on a match like this, especially against an opponent like Scruffy, who is so scary. I think being scared of Scruffy's speed is definitely what can make or break you in one of those matches. So I think it would be very interesting to see the difference in their playstyles.
Absolutely.
Certainly, certainly.
And we did allude to that a little bit now as well. So let's have a short look at the map pools for this grand final. We did have a longer pick and ban phase for this one, where each player gets to ban a map, pick a map, ban a map, pick a map, so back, so forth, until either player or both players in total got 4 picks, 4 bans, making it 8 maps in total we're playing, and then 2 additional RNG maps. And yeah, for this, I want to ask GLeBaLK a little bit. There are lots of bans coming out from you, the player, at this. Were there any bans that stood out to you or surprised you coming into this final?
I mean, if you look on Scruffy ones, I did not see a single map that might surprise me because all of them make sense. Probably Paris surprised me the most. Well, at least surprised me at all of all of the Scruffy ones because Scruffy have a record on a Paris. But once again, he did not play Paris in this tournament, so it may be good for him, but I'm not sure about that. But other 3 maps make sense, banning them, but we will get to that later. On the other hand, Dain's bans, once again, few of them make sense, but I don't really get the Marrakesh ban. Because once again, as like Paris for Scruffy, he did not play a single Marrakesh in this tournament, but Dain did, and they both have a pretty much similar win rate, so it's kind of like a overkill for me to ban a Marrakesh uh, from Dane's perspective. But maybe he knows better than me. Well, I mean, actually, he knows better than me about it. But yeah, I don't really see why Dane banned Marrakesh.
I
Was it
mean,
RRBC or was it RR15 where everybody was record hunting Marrakesh for the first few rounds? Everybody picked Marrakesh. And like I remember Scruffy eventually got the map record there or something. And it's like that is something maybe Dean remembered. I know at least Scruffy on his end, he has been a bit critical of how much of a mess Paris can be if you get a complicated spin. So I do think I understand why Scruffy wants to not play Paris here.
certainly. Yeah, I mean, obviously at the end also there are only more limited maps remaining that could be picked or banned. But obviously we didn't only have bans from either player, but also map picks. And I want to quickly talk about Scruffy's 4 map picks. 4, would you say those are just picks that where he feels comfortable on, or is he taking any risks with his 4 map picks?
I think it's not like any risk for Scruffy because those 4 maps, which is Ambrose Island, Miami, Chong, and Sapienza, especially Sapienza, he have a pretty decent win rate, and probably it's not. These maps kind of like in the middle. They're not so fast like Dartmoor or Dubai, and not so long like the maps that Dane picked. So he probably just decided to play maps that's somewhere in the middle in terms of his win rate, in terms of play time at all, like not fast, not slow. It's kind of the range that Dane let Scruffy pick Sapienza, which is one of his best maps. He have a pretty decent win rate with 88%, and I'm not sure about that. But yeah, it's pretty much like I believe that Scruffy just picked the maps that not too fast, not too slow, just right in the middle. So that's he's setting his tempo. So like he like saying today, and you know what, we're going this way, we're going at that speed in my maps.
Very possible. We did also ask Scruffy his thoughts behind the picks and bans, and in the end, just went down to he bans the maps where he struggles the most, picked the ones he's good at, and that now just happened to be banning longer maps and picking maps which allow for more basic spins. But
Yeah, I have a feeling Scruffy definitely would have picked maps like either Dubai or New York here if he would have had the chance. But I mean, that's just Dean being smart here, banning those super maps by Scruffy.
absolutely. And yeah, going from Scruffy's pick over to Dean's shortly, and we are seeing lots of long maps picked by him. Would you consider that as currently Dean's comfort zone coming into this match?
I think it is because, as I said, Scruffy set his tempo like not too fast, not too slow, like this one, and Dan set his tempo like so. That's what we play. We play in much longer maps like Santa Fortuna, like Mumbai, like Colorado. So in these maps, if even like one mistake, it's maybe crucial because you need to run for like 5 or 6 or 7 or 8, 10 minutes. So it might be huge and crucial. The only map that stood out from his picks it's Bangkok, but once again, he have a um, current record on this map and have a great win rate. So he, I believe, probably pretty confident in his Bangkok. So yeah, that's why I believe Dane picked this map.
Absolutely. And yeah, he did also state himself he was pretty happy with how the bigger man FaZe managed to ban 3 small maps, since on smaller maps, Scruffy would likely just outpace him. And but Scruffy is more likely to make mistakes on bigger maps. That's why he managed to get the 3 big maps in there. We do see that we have 2 random maps at the end of that, being Whittleton Creek and Berlin, while Hokkaido is our only map that has neither been picked nor banned. Do you think the players are going to be happy about that, or how are they going? What do you reckon they think about the random maps picked for this one?
I don't think they even care about Hokkaido that much because on Hokkaido, as also as like on Whittleton Creek, they both have pretty similar PBs, pretty similar win rates, pretty similar played maps. So I'm not sure that might be concerning for any of the players. But the Berlin, that's a different beast because Dein is pretty good in Berlin. He have a 90% win rate, so that might be a great for Dein. But about Hokkaido, nah, I don't think so. I don't think that both players even care that it's not in the final.
And they did. It was their choice in the end to not pick it or ban it as well. But yeah, thank you very much for this insight on both the players and the grand finals so far. Just one really short question before we give it over to the casters for map 1. Maybe for each of you shortly, which is the map you are looking forward to the most for this grand finals? Maybe starting with GLeBaLK, just really shortly, which map are you looking forward to the most?
I want to say that this is Colorado because on the one hand we have a 100% win streak for Dein Nomos. He won all of his 9 matches in Colorado, but Scruffy, Colorado is most played map, and he beat a lot of great players in Colorado, even at this tournament alone. So that might be a great map to play to see. But if we obviously get there.
That is one requirement, obviously. It's quite a late map. Aphro, Hashashin, any other maps you look forward to? Or would you agree on that Colorado pick?
Guess.
Well, I'm not sure.
Of course, Miami.
That
I
is
just want to see
fair.
Miami. I'm happy to see it. But I do look forward to Santa Fortuna, though. Because I know it's not Scruffy's comfort zone at all. And depending on the spin, we might see very differing and interesting strats from the players. So I'm excited to see what they can cook on it.
Absolutely. Any last words for the maps, Hashashin?
Yeah, I mean, I have to agree with the take about Colorado, with Dean's 100% win rate there and Scruffy being as fast as he is capable of being there. But I think also starting off on Ambrose is something that I am very excited about. So definitely looking forward to the first map.
Absolutely. And we don't have to look forward to that much longer. We have about 5 minutes until the first spin will arrive for these 2 players. So I think at this point, we are giving up to the casters for the first 3 maps. The first 3 maps will be casted by GLeBaLK and Hashashin. After that, Aphro and myself will return for map 4 to 6. And then Sapienza and Colorado will be casted by GLeBaLK and Hashashin again. And if we get there, Whittleton Creek and Berlin are going to be casted by Aphro and me again. So yeah, thank you everyone for this very awesome pre-show starting the finals, and we will switch it over and give it over to GLeBaLK and Hashashin for the first 3 maps.
Yay!
And that
Yes.
first map will arrive in 4 minutes here, GLeBaLK. I mean, could you be more excited at this point?
Yes, it is. I still can't believe I'm here, guys. So yeah. Yeah, hello everybody once again. This is GLeBaLK, and with me, as you know, is Hashashin, and we're about to see the grand final of RR16. This is going to be huge, isn't it?
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, starting off at Ambrose here as well, I think it's gonna put both players in a very nervy position here to begin with. I mean, it's a map Dein loves. He's picked it. It's his second most picked map ever, I think, behind Mendoza being his favorite. Mendoza, of course, banned this match here by Scruffy, but Dein hasn't been the hottest player in Ambrose, neither this tournament or he's lost there 3 of his last 4 matches, even with the win rate he has, which is quite interesting. But yeah, Scruffy, of course, the map record holder. So I think both players here are super excited to get this match going in Ambrose here.
Yes, it is. And I believe about the Ambrose, let me check this. Yes, that record that's set by Scruffy was set against Nizuka. So in the match of RRWC 2024. So that was a pretty much great match itself and pretty tough opponent for Scruffy. And yeah, we'll see how this is going to be playing out. And I believe that Ambrose peak from Scruffy, it's like a little bit, naughty peak because yeah, then quite recently is not playing his A game, I believe, on Ambrose. But we will see. Maybe will change right here and right now in the first map of the match.
I mean, Dein was alluding to it in the questions before the match here that he's confident on how to execute the fast spins here in Ambrose. But if it gets super fast there, maybe the silent Nolan kills are just way too easy in Ambrose. Any spin that gets a silent Noel, right? So, I mean, those are probably the spin Dein does not want, right? So we'll see though. We'll see. 90 seconds till the first spin arrives there.
Yeah, we'll see. And I'm not sure, guys. I said that, even mentioned probably that Dein is consistent player because he is consistent player. So probably yeah, he would like to play much tougher spins, so he can like less make less trips. But I believe, oh yeah, I thought for the second that the stream is dead, but yeah, that's okay. Everything is okay. And yeah, this I don't know what to say. This is going to be crazy. And the Ambrose to start, it is amazing, by the way.
Absolutely, absolutely. But yeah, I think it's certainly gonna be fireworks there to begin with. But yeah, seeing here, Dein is just waiting for the spin to arrive while Scruffy is just running around a little bit, just warming himself up.
Yeah, I believe he's learning Ambrose on the fly, just in case. But yeah, yeah. Yeah, everybody who just joining up, yes, we're watching the grand final of RR16, and yes, if you joined just now, you missed the 30 minutes of yapping, so yeah.
Yeah, spin is arriving here now in just 3 seconds, GLeBaLK. Why don't you tell us what we got?
And we got a seashell in the suit on Noel Crest and pistol as a metal worker on Aka. I mean, the first part of this spin is cool. I like that. But the second part of this spin is kind of like not sure. But I believe it's
Like,
pretty standard thing to do anyway.
yeah, this is the most straightforward approach to an Ambrose you can ever have, really. Yeah, we see Scruffy being 5 seconds ahead here on the in-game timer. But both players here with a tiny bit of a different approach to start things off. Yeah, this one should almost be just pick up the seashell and run back, as we see Scruffy now run towards that seashell.
Yeah, and I believe Scruffy just immediately started. So just
Yeah, that was 2 seconds. That was
yeah.
2 seconds in the loadout. That was no hesitation by Scruffy. But yeah, this I mean, you usually start with the Krugermeyer in your loadout in Ambrose, so there's no reason to change anything up here. And Dein, of course, didn't change anything up him neither, but a bit more thinking before getting going.
Yeah, and that might cost the map for Dane, but we'll see about that. And as we see, both players, I believe, pretty much doing exactly the same thing. Yeah, with the Scruffy grabbing this metal worker.
Yeah, the passive routing here on Scruffy is worth noting because this is one of those spins where as long as you just get Nolan Secret, it's all about just because of the extra timing it takes to pick up the seashell here, you just gotta run as fast as possible. But we see Dein though, he is ignoring the metalworker at this point, and that might lead to him catching up because both players are getting the kill now pretty much at the same time.
But Scruffy got the metal worker, so that might be
That might
interesting.
not, yeah, but it might not matter neither. But we see Dein have to pick up that disguise right now. He
Oh,
ignores it though.
ooh, maybe he's thinking about different metal worker.
Yeah, now I'm very curious as to what Dein is planning, but Scruffy is just doing what you would expect here.
Oh,
Ooh,
then
drop pickups the briefcase. Ah,
then
gets a very clean seeker.
I believe then try to emetic Aka first, then grab metal worker, which is interesting, but almost got tripped. But it's safe to say that he's not. And by the way, Scruffy is about to kill Aka.
Yeah, Scruffy is about to get get the map record here.
Wait, no way. No way. We started with the Reki, guys. We started with the Reki. No
I
way.
mean, this is bomb delivery. I feel bad for Scruffy here if he just has to wait out the world record for a bomb delivery here.
It's just a few seconds left for Reki. Come on, come on, come on. And it's gone.
One
Wait,
second.
wait.
He's out with green guns. 1 second. He beats the world record with 1 second here. Holy shit.
Wow. Just
Damn.
1 second.
Yeah,
Wow.
Scruffy starting off on fire here. That was to get a map record here. You have to not hesitate at all and just move right in, and that's exactly what Scruffy did. That was incredible here by Scruffy to start things off here.
And by the way, as I already mentioned, but in case that you guys missed, or maybe Hash you missed it, a previous record holder is Scruffy. So he just improved his time by 1 second. So yeah.
You did indeed. That was absolutely insane there. But yeah, spin that required no hesitation, and the Scruffy just ran right in and got it done. So yeah, GG's there to Scruffy. That was absolutely phenomenal performance in Ambrose. But yeah, now Santa Fortuna coming up next in about 3 minutes.
Yeah, and yes, we're looking for Big Machete because this is his map. And by the way, speaking about Big Machete and overall the thing about the Santa Fortuna, they picked Santa Fortuna. That's okay, everything is good. But Scruffy have a pretty decent win rate on Santa Fortuna. And the one of the last opponents that he won Santa Fortuna in, it was Big Machete himself. So that pretty bold pick from Dane, I believe, because
I mean, Scruffy is considered the favorite to win the tournament for a reason. It's because he is arguably the best player in the world, right? And it's where are his weaknesses? They're very hard to identify, right? When you're as good as Scruffy is. So it's very hard to actually figure out which map is Scruffy bad on, because there isn't really a map that Scruffy is bad on.
uh, uh, let me check this. Yes, Bangkok. and then pick that. So Scruffy have a worst win rate for him on Bangkok. So he have a probably soft spots in this lovable. I can't talk, guys. Yeah, lovable guy. Yes. I mean,
Yeah,
but
everybody has, right?
yes. But anyway, the start of Fortuna is not my concern, by the way. I believe that Dein can get the win on this map. It's Colorado that scares me more because, as I said, yes, Dein have a unbeaten streak with 9 wins on Colorado, but Colorado is most played map by Scruffy, and he did beat a lot of great guys and girls on this
Yeah,
map.
but
So
I also think that throughout these maps, once we see all the head-to-heads here with lifetime performances and personal best throughout, like, don't be surprised if Scruffy has a better personal best than Dein Nomos on every map except Bangkok, because that's where Dein has a world record, right? So, because it's like that's just how much of a beast Scruffy is. But it's like the heat of the moment of the match is what matters, and that's when Dein is usually capable of getting it done. And Santa Fortuna is a perfect map for them for a grand final to really prove what Roulette is all about.
yes, exactly. And by the way, about the personal best, Dan has a better PB in Berlin, but just 10 seconds faster than Scruffy. But now it's your turn to read the spin.
Ooh, we get Rico Delgado has to be killed with a SMG as a submarine crew, and that's a non-target pacification. We have Jorge Franco with a loud shotgun as the elite guard, that also a non-target pacification, and then Andrea Martinez has to be killed with a silenced pistol as the shaman. Yeah, Dein making his mind up slightly faster here.
Yeah, and as chat already said, it's probably double K floor because I don't see any other strategy that might be more efficient than that.
I think it's a good idea to kill Jorge non-NTKO with a loud shotgun in the cave.
I believe you can because he's walking. Because there is a part of the cave that there is a box, I believe, and there is no guards. So
I'm hoping to see that then.
I believe he can. But of course, the chat always right and can correct me if I'm wrong.
Scruffy locking down here. This surprises me a lot.
Yeah,
Dein, on the other hand, is not up for a lockdown.
yeah.
I see Rico just chilling all by himself, though. Oh, not anymore. This is surprising approach here by Scruffy. While Dein on the other side is just waiting here for Rico to turn around.
He's waiting. Oh, red guns. No.
Compromise there on Scruffy's end.
Yeah. And once again, that's the difference between the players. They just sit there, just waited for his time and just do the right thing. And Scruffy just run and do the crazy stuff that he ever can do. So that's the difference between two players.
Yeah, so far it certainly is, and Dein now being more than a minute ahead on the in-game timer here certainly gives him the advantage. But yeah, will Scruffy try the same, or will he go with a bit of a safer approach? Yeah, picks up the pistol instead this time. Ooh, I don't know if he wanted to lock that down, but he does just continue still.
Yes, and I believe, yeah, not only Dane have a lead, he now, if he did not rip this map, he probably will take the Santa Fortuna because, once again, it's not the fast map. You can be. Whoa, okay, Scruffy just subdued this guard through the wall. Okay, all right.
Oh, this a really weird guard right there for Scruffy. Oh, he hits him. Oh, no, this should be over now for Scruffy. He has to reset again here, right? Yeah.
Yes. Mm,
I don't understand what Scruffy's trying here. It's not the right time in the middle of a grand final to try out strats that you haven't practiced that well. But
I mean,
that is maybe the difference we're talking about here between Scruffy and Dean, though.
it is, it is. So, and by the way, Scruffy strikes me as that kind of guy that can, like practice new strats just in the grand final because why not? This is Scruffy. I believe he might do that.
I mean,
So,
I mean, I don't know what to say about that though, but I don't think he's practicing this. If anything, I just think he's not pulling off something that he has practiced a little bit, but apparently not enough. Now Scruffy though is just settling for one bullet here and should be able to redirect Rico in the same way we just saw on Dean's end.
and by the way, looking at the Dean, it looks pretty much nice for him. So, as everybody already said like 5,000 times, he is consistent. He never rips. He play it safe, play it calm, and get the win. So right now we see just this. He just playing safe, making his way to get, I believe, Jorge kill right now. Just play it safe and never rip. So yeah.
I
By
mean,
the
there
way,
is of course a lot of things Dean's gonna have to deal with here with the cameras and everything, but yeah, it should be a smooth, it should be relatively smooth sailing. I myself, if you get a ballistic kill on Jorge, I think you should prefer to just do it loud because then the NPCs doesn't care about his screaming. They just panic to the sort of loud gunshots instead. So it's like a loud shotgun live kill on Jorge is actually a good situation in my opinion. So I
yeah,
think,
that's a good point from you. Yeah, that's a good point.
but does he have his shotgun here though? He still needs to get a hold of that, it seems. And there is going to be an emetic grenade toss here, which always can be a little bit scary. Oh, he hits one of the guards there though.
I believe oh, okay. He hits just one of them. I was scared that he hit both guards, but no, just one. Okay. And Scruffy in the cave right now.
Yeah, Scruffy seems to not worry about Andrea at the moment, which might be an opportunity for him to catch up here. It all depends on if he can get Jorge fast here. But of course, we see Dean. He's already lining up the Jorge kill, and that leaves him a little bit ahead here.
But can I question the choice of loud shotgun? Dein brings a maximalist shotgun, which is kind of interesting because once again the um, good thing about this shotgun, you can stuff it in your pocket. But the bad thing that it's pretty much not really accurate. But then still get the kill. So
But if I could say one thing, I think Dean was too stressed to think about the fact that there's 3 loud shotguns you can pick up right where he isolated Rico. Because we see that on Scruffy's end. He of course has the shotgun on his back here that you pick up from Rico's gun locker. But I mean that's just roulette matches. You just go. You don't think. You can't
yes,
think. And that's has been the advantage for Dean this match so far. He loaded in faster and hasn't had to restart. And of course now 3 minutes ahead on the in-game timer.
yes, indeed. And not only is just roulette match, it's a final, and not just final against the Scruffy. So that nervous for Dane, I'm absolutely sure.
But this is where I think Dean is too far ahead though. Even timer wise, and if we were to just ignore the timer and just look at where the players are at, I mean, for Scruffy, the Andrea kill can line up for him really, really well. If he just, because he can run to the shaman right now and run straight to Andrea and hit her up really, really nicely, timing wise on her schedule. But the thing is, now he's just so far ahead of Scruffy. He's about 90 seconds ahead of him in
Yeah,
when it comes to the pathing. So there really shouldn't be a chance for Scruffy to catch up here now, unfortunately.
Yeah, and right now guards in the Coco field is looking for the shotgun. Well, for the shots, just for the shots. And I believe, oh, yes, that's a good point from chat. Then have a cameras, but once again, it's not that hard to get the cams in Ambrose, or not to be Ambrose. What am I going to do in Santa Fortuna? So that might not be the problem for
Gonna
Dein.
have a bunch of NPCs running after him here though, so that's
Yeah.
that's always the terrible thing about this shaman disguise. But considering how Andrea is laying in this office right here, I don't think Dean has too much to worry about.
Yes,
But yeah,
exactly.
camcorder as well is gonna be something he has to deal with here.
SF is Big Boy Ambrose. I mean, both tropical, both great. So yeah, I can see that. And I believe Dane will now get the camps. And Scruffy working on Shaman Disguise.
And I mean, I almost forgot to talk about how crazy that solid that Jorge kill was on Scruffy's end there. Speeding it up, because you never really see people successfully kill Jorge on that toilet, but almost just taking it for granted here because it doesn't matter because Dean was just so far ahead. But that was actually such a great play there by Scruffy because you usually just see players rip on that toilet. And actually getting that kill cleanly with a loud shotgun was actually very, very impressive there. But yeah, GG's to Dean there for tying it up
GG's.
and proving that
GG's.
Santa Fortuna is a good map pick here for his first map.
It is, it is. So yeah, I was a little bit stressed about that pick, but I still had hope that Dan will get this map, and he did. So GG's. And by the way, I believe we wanna take 2 points from Dane for not doing the buff stop. So probably the score right now is 2-0. So just in case. No buff stop, minus 2 points for you. Sorry.
Yeah, another Scruffy pick here, another pick where he has a map record with Miami coming up.
Yes, and that's a pretty interesting pick from Scruffy because it's one of the maps that he plays almost like 20 times. He played it 18 times and have a nice win rate, which is 69. And he have a world record that was set on this tournament in
That was a
the
very impressive map record.
yes.
Believe that was against Mu in the round of or quarterfinals, if I'm not mistaken, where he was a very
It's
clean kill on Robert.
It was in the Swiss stage, but against
It
the
was
moon,
twist.
right?
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So that was that. But anyway, that's a crazy record and pretty much confident pick from Scruffy. And as we look at the stats on Miami, it's kind of like not that bad for Dane because Dane played it 14 times and won 8 of them. So it's 57% win rate for him. And on this tournament, I don't believe he played a single Miami. Let me just check that. Oh no,
He
he
played
did.
he played against me and
He-
lost, I remember.
yes, yes, yes. And he played it also against Pika and won that Miami. So yeah,
Yeah, Scruffy is a very scary Miami player. It's one of those maps where Scruffy always looks eager to showcase something the community hasn't really seen before in tournaments. And I'm excited to see what kind of spin we get here in Miami because if we get something interesting, what is it? It's the crash driver lore or yeah, medic lore it's called. I'm
which one?
very interesting. It's something. It's called the medic lore. I think they call it the medic lore, and
Oh,
I
so,
think
so
Mu is
uh,
calling it out in chat there as well. A medic lore spin. So
oh,
maybe that could be interesting.
I mean, yeah, but it's like I don't know, few days ago or like weeks ago, I learned that there's I believe pink driver or something like that. I'm just what? There is a pink driver in here. Why? Something like
Spin
that.
is arriving here, GLeBaLK. What do we have?
We have a shoot the car as a journalist on Sierra and silence assault rifle in your suit with no TKO on Robert Knox.
Just
Um,
map record here. But yeah, it's as you were alluding to, pink driver. I guess that is that the Eon driver up that drinks the drink up there. You're thinking about then?
yes, the one and only like driver that drinks in the driver's lounge. I believe
Yeah,
that's the one.
yeah, that's one of my personal favorite things about Miami is how many different disguises there are. A disguise for the pit crew for all the teams and a disguise for a driver. So that's always a lot of fun. But yeah, we see a bit of a different approaches here from the players. So Scruffy looks like he just wants to get rid of some whooshing
Ooh,
with a
no,
gun on his back. Didn't really
yeah,
matter, but he's running around with a gun on his back, so it's a bit sketchy there. But yes, currently Dein though is just moving along. But yeah, both players looking like they want to do the opposite kill first here.
yes, it looks like it. I believe Scruffy's approach might be much faster. I don't know
I
why, but
don't know. I have a feeling Scruffy is gonna rip when he's trying to get back in his disguise.
hmm. Uh,
But we'll see. He has to kill first at least, while Dein is gonna do a peekaboo here. Ooh, I'm a bit. He does. I don't know if he can gun flash Robert's guard, but that's what I'm worried about right here.
I'm not
He
sure either,
usually.
but we'll see. We'll see. And by the way, Scruffy is going to get his suit back. You can't aphro set. You can't. So you can gun flash the Robert's
They
guard.
can't gun flash that guy. That's good then for Dein. He has to just wait her a little bit. He's gonna trank this guy and get the first kill pretty fast. But yeah, Scruffy is back in his disguise now. There's his genuinely world record watch here on Scruffy's end. He is
And
lining himself up towards the kill here.
And as you said that he can get into trouble while trying to get back in the suit. Nobody even look in that direction where the
Yeah, I
two
was
bodies is.
surprised. I guess ranking both those journalists is the move. Oh, and they had 2 minutes there. They're found right after Scruffy gets back into disguise. But yeah, Dein, though,
Wow.
is this something you want to do here now, Dein? Scruffy, of course, he just focuses. No smuggle pickup, just doing whatever he can now to get up to the computer and towards the helicopter exit, Scruffy. While Dein is now just standing here, waiting for the camera to move out the way. I mean,
Wha-
Dean is also on world record watch here, but it's like Scruffy now is so far ahead, maybe considering he's already up here, setting himself up for the second kill.
But I still have a question. Why do you need to smuggle for this spin? Just in sniper rifle? Wait, sniper rifle? They got the sniper rifle, I believe. That's why.
Ooh, yeah, that's where Scruffy might be having a huge advantage here, like actually just shooting with a silent.
Not SMG, assault rifle. Yeah.
Indeed, but yeah, Scruffy now. I don't know how far away he is from this map record, but 357, I believe it was. But he's looking very good there. 345, and that is indeed a new
Another.
map record there.
Yes, another record.
Two map records there for Scruffy on the maps. He came into the final here with already having map records on both Ambrose and Miami, and within the first three maps there, he has replaced his old map records with new ones. That's just
That's
wow.
crazy. That's crazy. Yeah,
That is
he,
absolute
he
insanity.
yeah, he improved both his world records on the first two maps. So that's crazy. Oh, wow.
Yeah, Mumbai coming up next, and with that, I believe Curry and Afro is gonna step in and take over here. So welcome back, Curry and Afro.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Wow, what a first three maps it's been already.
Insane.
Scruffy coming
Insane.
in, taking two map records on the two maps he picks. Leading this final currently 4 for 2. But obviously we saw on Dean's end promising stuff in all the maps. One Santa Fortuna, so not out of the race just yet. And another Dein map coming
far
up.
from it. Especially since he took his first pick. This is his second pick, Mumbai. Another long map. We've seen Scruffy excel in the fast maps and fast spins. Let's see what Mumbai's throw our way.
Yeah, funnily enough, this is actually, I believe, Dein's least played map in total. So a bit surprising to see him
how
picking
many
it.
times? Yeah, 5.
But on the other side, it's also one of the maps where Scruffy's win rate on it isn't great either. And Scruffy has actually never picked Mumbai in his competitive career. He does not want to.
And I don't blame him.
Yeah, no, me neither. He doesn't want to, or apparently doesn't want to play Mumbai if he doesn't have to. Absolutely.
Yeah, and has 2 ties as well. I remember one of those being a photo finish against Joker J. In RR 13? No, 14 or 15. I don't remember. The big match, the big one.
Looking
I think
at
it was R15.
looking at RR stats, his 2 ties on Mumbai were indeed an RR 15 and RR 10. One of them, the one in RR 10, seems to have been a timeout tie, seeing as it has a perfect RTA of 30 minutes. The one in RR 15
Timeout as well. Timeout.
Yes, exactly. It
It
was
was
a
a
timeout as
very
well.
tricky spin. It was a horrible spin. I remember it.
Yeah, it had injected poison on the Maelstrom, so something where you can't just KO him and leave him. Was as the painter as well, so it didn't have an easily accessible disguise as well, and also had the suit in there, so you did have to start in his suit disguise and fire for Vanya Shah as well. Not an easy spin altogether.
Yeah, probably one of the worst you can get. But still, a very, very good PB of 5:43 in Mumbai.
Indeed, close
Impressive.
to the map record, currently at 5 minutes and 10 seconds, currently held by Apricope. Sorry. But Dein's personal best, 7 minutes 23, not a good 2 minutes slower.
I say good. It's a
Yeah.
good PB.
Absolutely.
But it's 1 minute and 30 seconds slower or something.
Yeah,
So-
and I think what I just wanted to say there is that these PBs are really dependent on the spin, of course. Like you can get an awful spin where 7 minutes 23 is still a very impressive time, or you can of course get a super speedrun spin where the 5 minutes 43 are the best that you can achieve. So obviously these personal bests just on their own don't tell the whole story, but at least it's something nice to look at.
Yep. And look at these pre-plans. Both players pre-planning Chols. And very similar actually with the blue egg and the karma. But Dein bringing a lockpick. Why I'm not well versed in Mumbai, so maybe chat will help me with why would you need a lockpick in Mumbai?
Yeah, because I couldn't tell you either, actually, off the top of my head right now.
Yeah, I don't know.
remember a lot of locked doors on that map. I guess there are some where you're like, yeah,
Oh, laundry. Oh,
is an
right.
option.
Yeah, because like I know
Yeah.
that you need to shoot that pot, and sometimes you can't access the key, and it's a whole thing. So I get it.
Yeah, we did have some. I remember some players had troubles with like trying to shoot the pot with a loud weapon, but then everybody came in and started running at 47, and but some people tried breaking it with throwables, which didn't always work out perfectly either. So yeah, the lockpick, at least in that instance, very much a helpful thing.
Yeah, but well, I'm sure TimeQ will appreciate the lockpick in the loadout. He's a lockpick advocate.
I have grown to it over the years as well. I do have to say, I at the start, I was not a fan of the lockpick, or didn't see the need for it maybe, but
It's one of those items when you're casual, you're always wearing pick, and then more you play, the less you use it. Then you come back to it eventually.
Yeah, you go full circle from
Yeah.
yes lockpick to no lockpick to yes lockpick. But yeah, we will see. Do you have anything that you hope for seeing in this Mumbai spin coming up next?
I don't know. I think I'd like to see, not something like falling object Vanya or something, because we've seen quite a lot of that. But I guess a loud maelstrom or something like that, something a bit tricky.
Loud Maelstrom, and I
Vanya
think
loud explosive, that needs to be banned. That's such a shit condition.
I mean just Vanya loud
Impact.
explosive, maybe. Yeah, I want to
Impact
say.
is terrible.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna say just loud explosive could at worst still do that on like exit or something, but make it live or make it impact or anything, and that's not really doable anymore. But the spin arrives, and Aphro, I believe it's your turn to take this
Alright.
one.
We have the Maelstrom explosion accident as Bollywood bodyguard, Vanya Shah fire as local security, and Dawood Rangan SMG as the thug. I guess that's kind of okay.
Yeah,
It's even quite good, I think.
I do believe so as well. We see Dean loading in first, started on the barge in the local security disguise. Interested to see what his plan for the Maelstrom is going to be at the end. And Scruffy
Yeah.
starting with a familiar skywalk start.
Yeah, the Skywalker is I think one of the things that you want to do when you don't want to think too much, and just isolate and go.
Yeah,
Which
if you
I
don't
don't blame him for that.
if you don't see no KO or like injected poison or anything on the Maelstrom, you can go for skywalk, but
But a
Scruffy's
replan.
restarting.
Oh, you forgot the SMG. All right.
It does make sense. I think you do want to bring your SMG in for sure instead of getting someone else set. Dean is infiltrating the tower. Now, I do have to say I'm not 100% on why he does that. I do have some thoughts.
Wait. He had the SMG, but he's switching. I thought he didn't have the SMG, but apparently he didn't have the second thing to make the mail kill.
Maybe. He's switching to a... I believe this is called Bollywood Bodyguard. And now for kill... the condition for the Wazir Kali kill, of course. So now he can just technically do that, and looking at the explosion exit, and could technically even drive by it. Although maybe finding the Maelstrom and killing him inside this crowd of people is not the greatest thing to
You
do.
need to avoid NTKs, so drive by can be a bit tricky in the slums.
Does indeed. This bridge would be perfectly suited for that. Sorry for that, but sadly, Maelstrom
Oh,
is
here
currently not
he
here.
is.
Ooh. Dean is looking
That's
at
him. No?
the explosive barrels right next there.
Damn.
This could be
Oh
an
my
interesting
God.
one. Dean has his SMG in hand. Gets
Holy
orange, gets green
shit.
again. That was the Maelstrom indeed. He did manage that, and that was very, very nicely done.
Insane. That's so cool.
That is a
Wow.
crazy Maelstrom kill already for Dean, which honestly at this point might give him the edge over Scruffy. Scruffy did isolate the Maelstrom, I believe, straight at the start, and has just thrown a brick into the barrels.
Did Scruffy put propane next to the maelstrom?
He does. I just saw he has a propane lying on the streets. So I assume that he's gonna... I don't think he has it set up, but maybe he does, and I just missed it.
Yeah, that was very nice map knowledge. from Dean. That timing on the explosion accident is definitely niche, to say the least.
Absolutely. It's like from that specific start, knowing, like, I don't know how much the Maelstrom changes actually from the different starts. I don't believe he does apart from Skywalk actually, but nonetheless, knowing that the Maelstrom does walk past that at that exact timing, and it does work out from the barge start. It's only a niche thing to know. But
Yeah, I don't know where Dean's going though.
that is true. I feel like
I'm,
Dean. I'm not sure if Dean knows himself where he's going right now.
Yeah, maybe
I
not.
feel like for the last
He
minute,
backtracked, so.
for the last minute, I've just seen Dean run back and
Oh,
forth.
getting the free security?
Maybe it does look like it, and this is where the lockpick comes in now.
Nice. He just picked up a crowbar, but still used the lockpick based.
Gets a bit of whoosh from somewhere. I don't know what that was exactly. But now as the local security, just needs a thug for the Darwood kill, but could start a
Needs to
brickler.
brick as well.
Yeah, and better, hopefully very, very soon.
And here's the kill for Scruffy. Just has one kill to go.
I believe Scruffy set up the fire kill remotely.
Yep, with an EMP.
Very nicely done. Scruffy still has 2 kills to go, technically.
Yeah.
The Maelstrom isn't done, and I believe it's not set up for Scruffy yet.
Yeah, I was confused with the tick on the screen, but it was just find the Maelstrom.
Yes.
So I guess 2 kills to go, you're correct.
Mumbai, the map with 4 ticks, but only 3 targets. And we do see Dean starting the brickler now. Later than Scruffy did, but maybe he can still make it work out for him. As it's a body found for Scruffy, and that is a big restart for him.
That's Vanya being dragged, and the bodyguard found the body, unfortunately.
Big
my
restart.
I think it was Dawood's guard.
Yeah, I think I'm not 100% on the picture-in-picture anymore, but it could be the not sure who actually found, but I believe it was somebody from on Dawood's end as well.
Wow.
But
And Dean has put the brick and has an EMP for Vanya, just has to puncture the barrel. Very methodical gameplay from Dean here.
Dean using doing the same EMP puncturing barrel for the Vanya kill. Trisha has just pointed out that it was the beach house food vendor's body that got found. I believe this one that Dean is currently KOing, but he's choosing a little bit of a safer approach, I guess, putting him in behind the building.
Yeah, and it's picking up the coin for a quick exit. Needs to keep an eye on Vanya for when to detonate the EMP. But we'll have the thug disguise as well, just here.
He does need that for the Darwood kill eventually. Does have the EMP in hand, getting the thug now. And yeah, this is very much in Dean's hand to win right now. Detonated the EMP. Let's hope that Vanya was in there. Or did he not detonate? Did detonate, but that was...
Oh my god, that's the wrong kill, isn't it?
I believe so, and Dean is restarting himself as well. He did press the EMP, and then sadly the kill animation took a little bit longer, and Vanya only burned
so long.
Seconds later. Yeah, the kills, fire kills are really long kills sometimes, especially when they're live. And yeah, sadly that was an early disguise swap from Dean. He tried to switch back, but sadly his time was up. And now it's back in Scruffy's lead again. Let's see if Scruffy has learned from his previous mistake and is, well, doing something to prevent that.
Yeah, that grab from Dean, just going up in the tower to
That's
get the bodyguard is definitely something that can cost him a bit of time.
absolutely, but I guess that.
Oh, you're allowed in there. Nice.
Oh, that's actually interesting. I did not know that
I
either.
didn't know.
And I guess
I didn't
the
know.
the cool kill on the Maelstrom does make up for it. I mean,
Yeah.
should be allowed to just do it because of that. But
Hopefully, better luck for Scruffy this time. Did he brick yet? I think he did. Yeah.
I believe he did. He definitely set up the Vanya fire kill already. Not sure on anything else so far. But yeah, going back and forth. This Dean obvious isn't too much behind either. Obviously, if Scruffy just plays perfectly from here on out, he will take the map. But a single mistake on Scruffy's end, or just something that causes him to delay by a couple of minutes, could be enough for Dean to retake the lead. Scruffy, I think, has 2 detonators in his inventory right now, which would say that he's set up the Maelstrom. I did not, sadly, not catch it this time either.
And here's Vanya for the fire kill on Scruffy's end, and Dean. Oh my god, that's so unlucky. The maelstrom goes the other way.
Does indeed, but seems like Dean can just KO him and drag him over and be fine with it. At least that's what he does
Yeah.
right now. While Scruffy gets the Vanya kill down fine. Dean does the drag and the explode, and that's the kill down for Dean as well. Scruffy this time makes extra sure that this food vendor doesn't get found. Dragging him extra far, extra safe.
Nice.
And
Definitely learned from that previous rep. Love to see it. And we'll be getting the double kill shortly, and then just needs to get the maelstrom.
absolutely. And I mean, this time Dean also knows where he's going for that local security disguise, so a little bit less backtracking for him. Scruffy blue egging. Those guards did hit all 3 of them, I believe.
Yep. Everyone is down.
Look like it for a second, and there's the kill. Headshot him straight where he stood. Does have a breaching charge set up, and that is the Maelstrom kill, and Scruffy's out of the map at 11 minutes 49 seconds. Very nicely done.
GG's.
Unfortunate rip for both players. And
Yeah, Dean, I think changed out of it's a reflex. You KO
Yeah.
the guy, you change immediately, even though you don't want to do it necessarily. But that's so unfortunate because it was like a split second.
Absolutely. I mean, it's just a reflex, and sadly, no going back after pressing that prompt.
Yeah. But we're going to Chongqing. We're back to Scruffy's pick after that Mumbai. He had a nice strat also because Skywalker, I think, was a bit easier to execute.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the setup worked quite nicely, but we will see. Obviously, nothing over just yet. First to 10, so Dean, he is on the back foot, but nothing lost quite yet. But Chongqing is the map Dean is most afraid of, I believe. We did ask him before that, and he did his map that he fears the most in this match is Chongqing, because he can't determine which spins work well for a 2-drone strategy. So he's afraid that he might choose the wrong approach for a spin.
Yeah, 2-drone is relatively new and definitely changed the game a lot when it comes to Chongqing. So I think it's definitely one of those strats that you need to learn.
Absolutely. And
especially against a player like Scruffy, where you want to gain as much time as you can. But look at that head-to-head stats, they are tied, with Scruffy winning one Chongqing and Dean also winning one Chongqing versus Scruffy. So this is a bit of a tiebreaker.
Indeed, they did play each other twice in the past, as we can see by that Chongqing. Chongqing was a map in both of those. They played in the winners bracket final and the grand final, I believe, of Roulette Rivals 12. It was all the way, yes, Roulette Rivals 12, Dean's first ever tournament. Dean managed to win the winners bracket final, but lost the grand finals to Scruffy, and both of those maps featured Chongqing, where each of them won one of those. The other map, the only other map that was featured in both of those matches is Mendoza. Which I recall correctly, isn't a map we're seeing today. It is not, in fact.
No, it's not. Scruffy has banned it against Dean, and it's understandable. It's his best map, after all. But look at these PBs as well. 349 and 345. This could really go either way when it comes to stats. You can't really know ahead of time.
Indeed. Win rate wise, it's tough to believe looking at these numbers, but it's not the greatest map from either player. Even though they are above 50% win rate, but yeah, this is also a map Scruffy picked a lot of the times, tied for third in terms of picks.
Oh, I wouldn't have expected that.
Yeah, it's actually maybe a little bit of a sleeper.
Yeah, it's surprising.
But Scruffy might have an edge on this. We can see usual things. Scruffy already in the map, practicing a little bit, while Dean looking at the planning screen.
Wait,
and,
this is a loud pistol and no one's hearing it?
yeah, it's a soundproof spot apparently.
Thank you for showcasing.
Yeah, Scruffy was just showcasing a soundproof spot. Maybe you can use it in the spin. Doesn't look like it. It's going to be fire axe for Hush as the dumpling cook. And facility security and no target pacification with the scissors for Imogen Royce. So Dean first to load in, but is replanning immediately.
That I'm thinking about the scissors. Well, is it a unique item like the ones in the boards?
Yes, I think that's the only scissors on the map. Maybe there are some like very deep in the facility or something. But I believe these scissors that Scruffy and Dean are both going for now are your only real options. And,
yeah, very easy disguise for Imogen, and very easy method for Hush, given that the fire axe is just in the staircase leading to him. But Scruffy gets caught and gets orange with that triple shot. And that's a Dean lead by just 35 seconds, but still.
And a replan from Scruffy. So this is a Dean lead for sure. Triple shotting these guards. Nicely making his way into the block. Took a bit of a longer approach than Scruffy, I believe.
Yeah, but will be right on the staircase with the fire axe, and we'll be ready to go and get Hush, I guess, with a peekaboo.
He's currently entering the deprivation chamber. It's not the easiest infiltrating this from here, I believe.
Nice patience from Dean, who knew that the lady will turn around.
Yeah, Dean will just get Hush at his desk. I believe it's the safer option for him in this situation. And it doesn't take much longer anyways.
I think Dean's pathing was very nice and easy here, because you don't want to get caught in all these enforcers. But Scruffy has caught up super quickly.
Indeed, Hush in the deprivation chamber as well. Scruffy is gonna trank him just to make sure he isn't seen by Hush.
Needs to be doing a quick back and forth to get the fire axe and deal with Mogwai as well.
Yeah, just a KO. Killing him on the spot should be fine.
But this is looking very good for Dean, however.
Absolutely. I did not see that Dean has shot a drone yet, but I imagine he did so.
Yeah, I was kind of looking at Scruffy, but perfect position on that one guard as well.
Very, very nice. And yeah, this is once again Dean in a firm lead, and for a second map now, and definitely showcasing that Scruffy, despite what it seems, is not unbeatable. Actually, Dean is only shooting a drone now.
Oh, I thought he had shot it before, but there's the drone shot. Imogen will be taking quite a while. While Scruffy is already heading downstairs. This could be a lot closer than I imagined.
Indeed. I
That
mean, it
late
depends a
drone
little bit.
shot.
Depends a little bit where
Oh,
Imogen is.
still
for
core timing.
Dean's.
My bad.
Yeah. Yeah, Dean doesn't have to wait long for this, but as you said, Scruffy's catching up nicely. But I expect Dean will be likely out within the next minute. He's looking around, looking if any NPC. I think he's looking for the lady coming down. Yeah. And of course he's. Oh, there she comes. So he will have to delay it a little bit, I believe. But no, he's going for it. Tranking the guard. That's going to be fine. Scissors to Imogen's head and an exit in a couple of seconds. Dean already out.
Nerve-wracking exit.
Very nicely done.
Let's
Scruffy.
wait for the 5 stars, and there they are, and that's Dean, finished in 4 minutes and 14 seconds. Scruffy
This
not
will be
far
a photo
behind.
finish. There it is, 4
4
minutes
minutes
32. And I believe Scruffy had at least 2 loads for this. While I don't believe this could be catched up, I think this is going to be one that's going to be counted out.
Was it Dean's first try?
I think it was.
Maybe.
I think it was Dean's first try versus Scruffy's second try.
Yes, has one more load for Dean.
Indeed. Let's see. We have the numbers right now. 17.54 seconds advantage to Dean, and that's
a Scruffy wave.
Scruffy did wave. Indeed. Dean wins the map, tying the match up 6, or not tying up entirely, but making the gap closer, 6-4. Very nicely done.
Yes, very nice, and taking his opponent's pick right now. Very nice for the mentor. To take your opponent's pick and going to your own, which is Bangkok, in which Dean actually has a world record with 244. This man is insane.
Absolutely, yeah. And we do have a final on our hands. We will see more maps after this, which I'm very, very glad about. It's not going to be a sweep from either end.
Sure.
Which, for the players, I guess, at least for one of them, would have been relieving, but obviously for our spectators, we love to see a tight match come to Bangkok now. And yeah, you already said it. Dean on this map, absolutely crazy. 4th best map, 4th most picked map as well. Only losing to Quatility and Scruffy in the past, though.
Wow.
But he does have 11 wins on it, and maybe he can tie up his head-to-head against Scruffy. And he also has the map record, as you mentioned already.
Now I do understand the pick with a lifetime performance like that. 11-2 against 9-7-1 for Scruffy.
And that is actually Scruffy's
smart.
worst map win rate. Yes, worst map win rate wise. Is a 9-7-1, which does say a lot about Scruffy already, seeing that that is his worst.
And with a 255 PB.
Yes, and I believe, gotta remember how my stats are calculated, but the tie Scruffy has on the Bangkok was the tie on the decider map of the RR15 round 4 match against Joker J, where they was the match where we first had an incorrectly counted photo finish, which led to the match ending prematurely. Then I got caught up
Yeah.
again. We went to a Bangkok decider, which was tied with a photo finish. So we had another Bangkok afterwards. Crazy
Yeah, that
one
was the
indeed.
first time ever, I think, that rule
Yes,
was used. Actually, that if there is a photo finish tie on a decider, it's a respin, and of course it was a match of a huge caliber, Joker J versus Scruffy. I wouldn't have expected any less. That was such a hype match. I remember it.
absolutely. And yeah, maybe we'll see another tie here. Not impossible.
Yeah, and Bangkok can be really, really fast, as we can see PBs, but you can get very tricky spins on Bangkok as well. So I'm excited to see what our admin Chris has cooked for us.
Yes, Chef Chris is in the house. I'm already hyped to see what this Bangkok has in store for us. Maybe a new world record for Dein. We have seen some for Scruffy. Maybe Dein can get one in as well now. But let us see with this
Yep.
Bangkok.
Oh, it will be scary red boxes. Jordan Cross, no KOs. Zax as groundskeeper. And Ken Morgan, no KO. Assault rifle as hotel security. Not the easiest of spins, but not the longest either.
Yeah, I believe just 2 no KOs is really what kind of
Yeah,
matters here.
I think the Ken Morgan no KO doesn't really matter. It's the Jordan one that can be a bit tricky with the Zapper's axe. But it looks like Scruffy is planning for a Bugman.
I think both players are, and we just saw a very nice grab for the Exterminator disguise on Dean's end. He did use the explosive scooter to explode that, and was exactly the right range to KO the Bugman, and every other NPC around that did whoosh him while he changed in front of everyone, but because of the panic, did not spot him.
I'm wondering, what's... Oh, he's going for this gardener here. I was like, where is the gardener? There he is, and the Sapper's axe is also in the basement, while Dean is going for the hotel security first.
I could be seeing a Ken first on Dean's end, which might make very good use of that time that Jordan takes running all the way down here.
Yeah.
Because Dean has triggered the Bugman lure already. He did talk to the hotel manager. So the whole recording crew will make their way downstairs now.
Yeah, it's a good use of time. But Scruffy is using that time to get the Sapper's axe, which is also a bit out of the way.
It is indeed, but let's see. Dean
Being very careful about the potential people who enter the bathroom.
Indeed, and
There
here comes
is
one of them.
This guy.
Does
I
have...
forgot his name.
I never knew his name. Yeah, probably that.
I think it's something ridiculous like Ronald.
Possibly. It does go into the stall where Ken is currently in, which does, I think, save Dean from moving these bodies out of here now that that's NPCs.
Needs to be careful about Otis, though.
Yes, absolutely that. And we can see him hiding Otis in this closet. I think he was... at first he was planning to get Ken in here as well. But obviously now doesn't need to anymore. On the other hand, Scruffy did get Ken sick as well now. There are a couple of NPCs in the side room though now.
Why is everyone there?
Yeah, it does. A lot of bumping.
Oh my god.
KO1 and a headshot
And
for Ken.
yeah, I need to get Jordan back in the room now. While Dean is a bit He's pushing it because I think Jordan must be downstairs by this time, but that's a body found.
Red guns for Scruffy. I don't know who that was, but that is some NPC
Who?
running that's not Jordan. I think Otis on the stairs, his leg was up in the air.
Yeah, his leg was up on the barrier.
And that was spotted, so
Damn.
Scruffy from the lead, falling behind now. Dein picked up the Sapper's Axe, just needs a groundskeeper and then obviously a way of getting Jordan, but I'm very sure he has something in store for that as well.
He needs to get a gardener. And there he is. Even using a blue egg.
Absolutely extra safe on this one.
Needs to ditch the assault rifle as well.
That is true. Let's hope he does remember that. Everybody's enforcing you, Dein. Question
Dean,
yourself
you
why.
have a rifle on your back.
Big whoosh. Doesn't investigate. I mean, he doesn't need the rifle anymore, does he?
I don't know what he's planning to do with it. Does he know?
I am not sure at this point, but I would imagine he
know.
does.
He has a pistol.
The briefcase currently in use for the Sapper's Axe.
And that's Dean. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Maybe.
He didn't see that. Oh no.
Oh, maybe.
Wait.
Ken
He's
is
going back that.
going
Holy
back
shit.
here now, though. So that it reset his timing apparently.
Wow, Jordan reset. Oh my god. Innovation.
Yeah, and he doesn't. He is not gonna shoot again because that is causing a panic, as for fun
Yeah,
is
but he
pointed out in
doesn't
chat.
see.
This is. Oh, and there's somebody
Oh,
investigating
This
now.
guy went. Okay, for the briefcase, that's why.
Indeed.
The 60 seconds are now up though. Oh, but everyone's there.
Everyone's here now. Oh no, careful, Dean. Somebody's here to steal the
Oh,
briefcase.
someone's stolen it. Holy shit.
And Ken is moving away again, I believe.
That's Jordan.
Jordan, of course. Ken isn't really moving anymore at this point.
I'd be worried if he was moving.
That is true. And Dean just about to yoink that mid-transaction between... Oh, nope.
Oh,
The exterminator, that guard, is not trustworthy anymore. Let's try the next one. Maybe this one will be interested. Trade offer. You receive briefcase.
You get a briefcase. I get my law back. But unfortunately, that's Jordan going back up. But I think you're not trespassing anymore, so you can go and get Jordan in his suite, I guess. Doesn't have any more medics, though.
Yeah, I would imagine the gardener is still trespassing up here. The exterminator probably wouldn't. But I don't see how the gardener would be allowed, at least on the uppermost floor. But yeah, Dean is switching up his strategies now and obviously going for Ken upstairs now, as that is somewhat required at this point.
How is he going to transport the axe?
That is a very good question, and I believe
because he doesn't have it right now.
Yes, it is right there next to the recording crew. I mean, worst case is that he can just get it as a recording crew to transport it up here legally. But in the meantime, Scruffy is catching up big time.
But yeah, he can't pacify Jordan, so this is a bit scary.
It's a very good question indeed. Maybe he wants to get one of these bodyguards to transport the axe with.
This is not working for Scruffy either. Oh my god, he left a gun on the floor and everyone's there again.
The worst case.
Holy shit.
For Scruffy. It does have a remote emetic tool, however.
This side room has never seen so much traffic.
Indeed. Let's see. Scruffy is now a medic. Jordan. Ken also, but that was way earlier. Bullet impact noticed now for
Oh my
these
God.
NPCs up here. Let's hope none of
This
them
is
panic
such a mess.
downwards.
Oh, this
KO
is
one of
scary.
them.
Oh,
That's
and
a
that's
body
a body
found.
found.
I don't know who or by whom though. But that's
Oh.
another restart, and Dein, still on his run, 8 minutes, has just picked up the briefcase in illegal disguise.
Needs to go back up in the gardener with the axe.
This is the craziest Bangkok
This is
either of these
insane.
players have ever played, I believe.
Yeah. Holy shit. My mind is blown right now.
But Dein gets just trespassing at the last minute of his run.
Oh my god. And that's back to square one for both of them.
That is absolutely crazy. Dein considering grabbing something differently though, but no, it's just gonna load in again. And yeah, both players had restarts here. So both
This is
players
huge.
pretty much even again. Both using this this grab, by the way, now.
This is a really cool grab.
That is really neat. It
has-
does look very impressive.
Yeah.
And at
Oh
this
my,
point,
these players definitely delivering a match worth of a final right here. This is insane.
absolutely, at this point, both of these players must be thinking, how is this still running? How have I not heard defeat yet? How are we still in
sure
Bangkok?
that given the bullshit that they're both experiencing, they're thinking that their opponent is feeling the same way.
Absolutely.
Scruffy is going for the axe first.
I believe-
Grabbing a hotel security? Oh,
a
no,
garden, a groundskeeper out
Garden?
here now.
He goes for it? Okay.
That's interesting. Let's hope he doesn't fall into that cam grid. But no, he does not.
He's fine. Nice.
So, now Scruffy has a event, or not event security, but a hotel security on a leash here. Hopefully, at the very least.
He does it. Oh, now he does.
Now he
Nice.
does, I think. But there's this groundskeeper
Yeah.
now.
This is scary. Oh my god. Oh my.
I'm not sure if Scruffy's just... Yeah, Scruffy's just hoping for...
Yeah,
well,
he's-
KOing early, that also works.
How did he not see him though?
I mean, I think
He
vertical...
was like right there.
Vertical sidelines aren't really invented yet. Dein, on the other hand, gets the kill on
Target
Otis.
locked down, and Otis just runs the other way.
Otis
What the
runs
fuck?
for his life. He fears that he is next on the list.
Where did he go?
The boss died. We're out of here.
He was like, no. Oh, but what? Huh?
That is absolutely crazy. Restart for Dein now, putting Scruff in a big lead. Just got that kill.
Holy shit. I'm sorry for cracking up. I'm not
Yeah.
making fun
All
of the
good.
players. It's
It
just,
is an absolutely insane
it's just
Bangkok.
insane.
And I mean, I can't imagine what the players are feeling at this point, because I know we're just here sitting watching both of them, not having the best of times on the spins, but they actually have to play it. I have no idea where their opponent is, no idea which restart might be their last on this map. And,
Yeah, and it's been almost 15 minutes on the map right now.
indeed, in the grand scheme of things, this could be a map that's deciding the finals one way or another. Currently now with a Scruffy lead again.
Scruffy going back up with Jordan sitting.
It's prime time for Scruffy. He's been here before. Didn't work out
He
for him
doesn't see the
before.
briefcase.
Briefcase not seen by Jordan.
Ah, he didn't see it.
And he's going for the remote automatic tool again.
Wow. But Mokja is right there, and she's an enforcer. Shit.
Indeed, she is. She's gonna.
And she's gonna stand there. Oh no, she leaves. Okay, nice.
Quite possible.
She always stands in the worst space. What is? That's what I was saying. She stands in the worst spot.
Absolutely. Let's see.
Dean has gotten the can kill again, but has
Yes.
Otis,
Ooh.
and that's a rip.
That is a true Twitch had already figured that out a little bit ago.
By the
and
way, we've had GK Punk
Scruffy.
inform us that it was Ronald Sump.
Indeed. Scruffy has a bit of trouble as well, but with a nice...
Is that okay?
Does look okay for now. Somebody was investigating that throw, I believe.
God.
Ceiling shot for Scruffy that caused enough of distraction to hide the other buddies. Scruffy running to the exit.
Looks like he'll be exiting green.
I believe it when I see it,
And
but there it is.
GG's. Wow, what a Bangkok.
15 minutes, 5 seconds. Absolutely crazy
Holy
indeed.
shit. That was insane. And unfortunately, I don't think Dean can catch up because he has just restarted, unfortunately. And we are now 8-4 with Scruffy on match point.
Indeed. But sadly for us, this will no longer be ours to cast from this point on. The next two maps, Colorado and first foremost Sapienza, will be casted by Hashashin and GLeBaLK again. Could be the final maps of the series, but if we get to Bittleton Creek, you'll hear from us again. But for now, we'll give it to GLeBaLK and Hashashin for these
Have
next
fun,
two
guys.
matches. Yes, again for fun.
Thank you. That Bangkok was truly something else. Wow. I'm speechless after that. That clutch moment there from Scruffy and like the back and forth there as well. That's what you want from a grand final though.
Yeah, and probably the great thing that we can't hear the players because I believe both players might be saying a lot of bad words about this Bangkok because that was crazy stuff. But once again, this is Chris cooking. So yeah, the admin of this match is Chris. So thank you, Chris, for that spin because that was crazy Bangkok.
Yeah, that was, and thinking about that Mumbai as well. Like right now, of course, Scruffy is on match point, but like Dean losing that Mumbai pretty much off of too early disguise change. It's just the worst kind of situation to rip, right?
Yeah, and the problem is that it might be the last map of this match because Scruffy is pretty good at Sapienza, and Sapienza is, I believe, his second best map in terms of win rate. And he played a few Sapienzas already in this tournament, so it can be the last map of this match, which is kind of sad. Yeah, Scruffy played Sapienza already against, let me just check it, yeah, against Fraud 7 and win, and against Luke.png and also win. So that might be the third Sapienza win for this tournament for Scruffy, but we will see. We will see. Probably Dein can pull up unexpected win on this map.
Let's hope so, because more maps is certainly what we want to see. I mean, for me personally, Colorado was or is a map that I'm very excited for when it comes to this final. And Dean is gonna get it done here now in Sapienza if we are gonna see Colorado.
Yes, I will agree with you because Colorado would be such a crazy good final map. Well, that means that Scruffy will win, but because in Colorado it's like so much like this is high risks. There's a big stakes because it will be the Scruffy's title against the Dane's win rates, win streak in 9 Colorados in a row. So
Yeah.
it going to be good Colorado, but we will see. We'll see about that if we even get there.
Yeah, I mean the stakes now are high for both players. I mean Scruffy being on match point and Dein, of course, it's all about just staying alive here now. But yeah, it's looking at both the personal best and lifetime performances. It's going to be a tough one for Dean. There's no doubt about that. But if anything, I'm just hoping for something crazy, some crazy disguises. That a lot of back and forth thing to make it a crazy Sapienza. That would be fun to see here.
I can give you one. I believe the Red Plumber and old, not the old X. What the X Battle X, I believe in
Badass.
the ruins.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of them. Like that might stretch out the Sapienza or Battle
Yeah.
X Priest. Yeah.
Yeah. Priest and street performer and battle axe. Make sure those three things are in the spin. Then we're
Yeah.
cooking here.
Yeah, and all of three things is on Francesca. I don't know how, but somehow.
Yeah, I mean those Sapi spins are the craziest one, but yeah, fun to see Scruffy here mess around with some of these cover aim tricks here, trying to fuse through
Ooh.
the wall.
Okay, and he does it. Okay. Oh, by the way, that's illegal. So ban Scruffy. GG's today, and our new champion. Let's have a round of applause. GG's. Oh wait, you are joking, right, guys? Oh, damn. And by the way, that's red guns for Scruffy. So yeah, GG's already.
Less than 2 minutes now until our spin is arriving, and of course, I mean, I don't know what to say. I'm just eager to get this one going. To be honest, I mean,
Because yeah,
after the Bangkok, I'm a bit like knocked out, but I mean, I got.
yeah, that was a crazy Bangkok. It will be the highlight of this tournament, like 1000%, because that was
Yeah,
crazy.
that was insanity. It absolutely was.
And by the way, it's a bad thing that Bangkok was crazy because it sets up so high bar for the rest of the match. But now we don't want to see less from Sapiens at least. We want to see that level of craziness. But we'll see if we get there.
Maybe even see some unique isolations. You know, you usually always see the office and the observatory. Could be
Yeah,
fun to see someone do the therapist lore, or maybe the Vargas lore is. I mean, or even virus lore. I mean, it's a lot of options outside the norm, but we never really see anything outside the norm, do we? It's very rare.
because yeah, most of the spins is not like capable. Not well. I mean, speaking about this like verse layer, it's not every time is more efficient than just standards observatory lore. So most of the time, so and standard ISOs is by the way like more easier to do. So why to jinx up the things and why not just do the easier and more safest thing to do?
Exactly, stick to the stuff you know. But Spin is arriving here. What
It's
do
your
we have,
turn.
GLeBaLK?
No, it's your
Anyone
turn.
need to take it? Okay, we
Yeah.
got Silvio Caruso has to be killed with a fire axe in the hazmat suit, and Francesca DeSantis has to be killed with consumed poison as the street performer.
It's not bad spin, by the way, but the silver kill is pretty much easy because when you're running from the lab, there is a fire X already, so it's a... Oh, by the way, that might be the virus lore spin. By the way, it might be. Hmm.
I mean, you gotta go up and get the consumed poison in the boat.
Yes, it is.
So you're running up there anyways. And as it looks right now, both players seem to have made the same decision here, making this street performer sick, and probably gonna just move straight up to Francesca's office here.
Yeah, probably that's the thing. And the cool thing
Mm.
about consumed poison, sorry for interrupting you, but the cool poison, cool thing about consumed poison on Francesco because it's throwable. So that makes it so much easier and faster just to throw at her feet this virus and not be concerned that guards can die from that. This is such a crazy and cool way to kill Francesca.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. I mean, it is one of the more fun kill conditions in the game there with that consumed Francesca there testing out the virus that you're destroying in the end there.
Yes. And right now, it seems like Scruffy in a little bit advantage because he's closer to Francesca for her office and for virus prototype. With Dein probably not having a great time with those guards.
Yeah, Dean is here in a little bit of a more difficult position, but it's gonna be like where Scruffy is, how far Scruffy is ahead right now. It's gonna be interesting to see if Dean has a chance to catch up here.
Yeah,
Right now, Scruffy, there's not that much that can go wrong. I mean, I'm curious, are we gonna see a lockdown here by Scruffy? And maybe Dean can turn it around by triggering the observatory here, but that did not look like Dean was thinking about that right now. But he is reaching the boat, so he's gonna get the Francesca kill him as well now. Just around half a minute later than Scruffy.
yeah, that's the problem because they now need to catch up somehow, need to do something crazy and fast. But that's not what they usually do. So that would be interesting. Hmm. And yeah, I believe Scruffy will do the lockdown because it's much easier to just run with the
Look like
Sylvia.
both players, but now they're suddenly neck on neck here. This surprised me a little bit.
Wow.
Like, how did this happen?
Uh,
Has
oh,
Scruffy been sitting here pausing?
because no, because Scruffy. Wait, how's that happen?
Ooh. But yeah,
uh,
Dean did load in a little bit faster, but yeah, oh. Lockdown is working out nice here for both players, though, but Dean is a bit ahead on his lockdown.
yo.
Oh, but he has the automatic pistol. Now
No.
this is gonna be interesting here.
Okay. Ooh,
This
that.
guard is weird. There's no NTKO situation here, so there's no reason to overthink anything. Oh, gets a clean trank shot there. And Scruffy with the briefcase and probably a punch to the face. Yeah, both players, they're so close right now. This is gonna be so interesting. What
Yeah.
are the guys gonna do in this position? Who are gonna get into the hazmat first? Who are gonna get back first? Are any players gonna get into camera trouble? Because down here in the lab, camera troubles are always sketchy. But yeah, both players are going for the EMP placement first, it seems.
No, I believe they.
Ooh, the
Oh yeah, yeah,
disguise
MP.
change, it looks like.
Oh,
Oh,
front
Scruffy just an
KO.
unconscious witness! Side KO on Scruffy's end, forcing a restart in this situation where the players were so close.
That's big because that give the chance to win the Sapienza. Oh my god, that was so unlucky for Scruff.
Still things that can go wrong, but so far Dean is avoiding. Oh, of course you turned around there, but Dean cleans it up. Extra careful there. See me through. Now it's making his way back though. Yeah, as you see, Scruffy now has restarted and is making his way through the street performer disguise here. Yeah, I don't think Dean has camera problems, and Dean is looking very good right now.
and
Little
little
stuttering there.
button. Yeah, but I don't think that might be a big problem to kill the camps because they are right there. So and they're not too hard to kill or to destroy, should I say? But yeah, he is good.
Green guns. Green guns are back. Gets the drop down. Pulls out the trigger and
Wow.
finishes off the map. And that means we will be moving on to Colorado next here.
Wow. I want to just say I'm not sure what makes me happy more that we will get to Colorado and that might be the match point, or that Dein is absolutely smashed Scruffy on Sapienza. I'm not sure, but that was crazy Sapienza. Wow.
Because I'm so mixed on that Scruffy rip right there. Because of course I want to get to Colorado now, but then again they were so close, and then he gets
Yeah,
he gets the dumbest side KO rip ever, right? But it's like,
yeah,
can imagine how neck on neck that would have been throughout the final minute there, getting the hazmat suit and everything. So yeah, unfortunate rip, but I mean, yeah, we're gonna get Colorado, and that's gonna be so exciting right now. It's a chance for Dein to get up to match point himself, and it's a chance for Dein to keep his win streak in Colorado, go to 10-0 lifetime performances. But I mean that's gonna be a task here against Scruffy though, and of course Scruffy on match point is probably gonna be very eager to avenge that unfortunate Sapi rip.
yes, it is. But just one last thing about Sapienza, because for some reason I thought that Scruffy is on a much lead, but then somehow Dein catch up, and
Yeah.
before Scruffy rips there, I think Dein still was in a few seconds lead, so it might be still Dein's win on Sapienza probably. But right now we
It's
have Colorado, and as I said, but I will say that again because it sounds beautiful. We will have the map Colorado, and it will be the title versus win streak. It's going to
indeed.
be defending match, defending map for Scruffy, our two-time RR champion and RRWC 2024 champion versus unbeatable on Colorado, Dein Nomos. That is going to be crazy. And by the way, one more thing. Right now, Scruffy, I believe he have 21 matches won in the row. So that might be his 22nd match in the row.
Yeah, and Scruffy, of course, always vocal about hunting down Ducker's win streak of it's 24 that Ducker has, if I'm not mistaken.
23. So
23, okay, so Scruffy needs to get to 24 then, I guess.
yeah, but I believe if Scruffy won this one, I believe he will beat the Duckers record because he will need to win just two first matches of RR17. So that probably will not be the problem for Scruffy.
Yeah, but if anything though, that win streak is probably constantly on Scruffy's mind, so that just adds additional pressure here. And
It is. It
with
is.
Colorado coming up now, this is gonna be so exciting here.
This is it, guys. I'm not sure. Wow. But by the way, next to map, if we get there, Whittleton Creek is cool map, amazing. But Berlin, if we somehow get to the Berlin, it might be even more interesting than Colorado. I'm not sure
Yeah,
why,
yeah,
but
yeah.
yeah.
That's definitely true. I mean, this is match with the best maps. With Colorado arriving here, GLeBaLK, why don't you tell us what we got?
Oh, I believe that's the first time, no? Correct me if I'm wrong.
Not the first time, but it's definitely a spin you'd love to see in a grand final.
Yes, explosive watch battery as militia technician on Sean, a loud shotgun as a hacker on Ben Graves, neck snap as a militia elite on Ezra Berg, and SMG as a militia spec ops on Maya Parwati. Yo, that's an interesting spin for final. But the good thing
Can be
is
fast there.
there's no red squares, so you can easily KO all 4 targets. Well, no, you can KO Sean, obviously, because you need to look at his watch to get killed. So
Yeah,
yeah,
it is potentially 2 really fast kills on Penelope here, though. I mean, we see Dein here going with the lockpick, and it looks. I would assume Scruffy might want to do the same here, considering it's a loud shotgun on the hacker. And yeah, for those that are not aware, if you sit next to the box down here in the basement, you can shoot with a loud shotgun, and it will be soundproof. But you
yeah,
gotta pay attention to the NPCs upstairs walking through the door here in the back garden.
yeah, not really by the box. There is a washing machine in the basement, so you need to be close to washing machine. I believe it's like relatively close, and shoot from there. Like there's I believe there's a washing machine, something like that, near the box.
That's yeah, we see both players here though. Has dealt with the first kill. Scruffy here is getting a hold of the hacker disguise, and Dein is getting himself ready for the watch battery kill here.
Well, not the kill, but setup, I believe. But wait,
Yes, set up.
yeah, because it's. By the way, that's probably will be a great idea from Dein because you can do it whenever you want because you just send the mail to Sean and he will kill himself with this watch battery. So probably that might be a great idea just to get the watch battery. Oh wait, Scruffy doing the
That
same thing. Yeah.
Yeah, Scruffy getting a bit awkward there, getting in the room though, but gets it done. But yeah, can be a really great lineup for that explosive watch battery kill, where you can just put the watch battery in and just send the email instantly. Because with tech disguise, it enables the opportunity to, because you might want to use those tech disguises, right? So it does enable the option to just knock out those 2 tech crews inside of Sean's hut there. But we'll see what the players do. Right now, both players are aiming for this Maya ISO, but Dein is struggling here. Scruffy is running towards it though. But
Wait, 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 wait,
he is stalling a bit.
wait. Apricot said that Scruffy did not pick up explosive for the watch.
Oh,
No.
he didn't. He forgot to pick up the battery. He missed the prompt.
Oh, if that's true, that might be huge. Wow.
Yeah, that can be a difference maker here. But I mean, Dein isn't in a super fast position here. He doesn't have the disguise over here. But of course, silenced SMG making this kill safe and easy later. But yeah, Scruffy here as well, isolating Maya in here and is catching up with that. But then again, being ahead on the in-game timer is really the most important part here, considering that Sean is going to put that watch battery around his arm faster on Dean's end.
Yeah, and the problem is that Scruffy did not set up this skill, and because he probably, as Chad said, probably think that he might not get into Maya's timing, so that's why he just run through, and now he is about to grab the explosive. But it
He
might be,
was standing right next to it. That was why it was so. Ooh, yeah. I'm not necessarily sure if Scruffy has done that kill before, considering the hesitation we saw right there. Might have, but not too often. But yeah, Dean, of course, was much less hesitant there picking up the watch battery.
yeah, and the problem is I'm not sure that Scruffy can make it in time because I believe Sean will. Yes, I believe he's done with washing hands. Yes, I believe he can't. That might be
Yeah,
tight.
that shouldn't be a problem. There shouldn't be a problem. This is gonna last until at least 4:30, I think. But yeah, Scruffy
Yeah.
has to be super careful here with these enforcers looking at the watch battery.
Hmm. Wow. I'm just focusing on Scruffy, and he did it.
Oh, he
He
gets
did.
it. He
And
gets it.
mission story,
Yeah, that
yay!
is actually the first time Scruffy does that, so.
Yes. And I
But
believe
yeah,
already
still
on this
Dean ahead
tournament.
there though.
Yeah, Dean ahead, but I believe earlier in this tournament we saw Scruffy get the achievement for cocaine bus in Santa Fortuna. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that was happened, if I'm not mistaken, because he did the cocaine bus lore in Santa Fortuna for the first time at this
Ah,
tournament. I believe so.
yeah, Dean now. Sean has left the hut. Dean picking up a loud shotgun right there. What is he opting to do right here? The tech crew should be free inside the hut where he picked up his Spec Ops disguise, but right now he is running over here, picking up this tech crew, luring him in the corner.
Yeah, and probably that might be much safer, or at least much closer to pen
I
kill.
think this is interesting because it's a bit risky, but he's doing it with a track though. 'Cause there are of course a lot of NPCs that can have Yukons towards this box, but Dean gets it done here. Nobody's seen that body neither. So, but ooh, it's an awkward situation with the missus being downstairs,
Yeah,
Penelope being downstairs for Dean.
and
So
Scruffy doing the kill, and yep, he got the kill.
ooh,
But
yeah, Scruffy has got it done. Dean is getting it done right there. But
wait,
yeah, I'm so worried here on Dean's end though, with Penelope being downstairs there if he causes him any problems.
it might be the problem. Let's see. Oh, didn't have a hacker right there. He can grab this hacker. You see the hacker that's panicked.
Yeah, but it's not as straightforward as you would assume, I want to say, considering that. Oh, and there's
No,
the body found. It's the body found. How unfortunate.
not like this. No. Mm,
Yeah, that's way too unfortunate. Yeah, I have to run for a little minute. GLeBaLK carry the castle.
yeah,
Sorry.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No more, no worries. But that was crucial because, yeah, getting the Shan, as Moose said, and I will agree with you, getting the Shan with the KO'd pen in the house, it's going to be not crazy good. And this is what just happened for Dane. And I'm not sure that Scruffy is going to rip here. So probably it's going to be the win for Scruffy. But I will not jinx it. Let's just wait for a second. And because that's a loud kill, so he probably still can get in trouble for that. But we will see about that. And if everything is going to be great, so Scruffy, yeah, got the kill. And this is it, guys. Scruffy. Free
Just as I
time.
am returning here, Scruffy
Yeah.
looks like he is about to finish it off and become our RR16 champion.
Three-time champion. He got the title and he got Dane's or Dean's. I'm not sure anyway. Yeah, he got his win streak on Colorado. GG's to Scruffy and well played for our amazing finalist Dean Nomos. That was crazy match. And
Yeah, that
overall,
was
yeah,
absolutely spectacular final here with this performance by Scruffy here in the end here with I mean first time he's doing the explosive watch battery kill. It's absolutely
yes, yes. And do you
amazing to witness.
yeah, at the first it seems like he's not really familiar with the skill and really did not know what to do, but in the end he did it just fine.
Indeed, and
My God.
congratulations to Scruffy for taking this
Wow.
grand final, becoming a three-time Roulette Rivals and Roulette Rivals 2024 champion. Back-to-back wins, I believe, with the World Championship and now the RR16. What a final it was.
Yeah,
Yeah,
insane match.
Absolutely.
That Colorado was so tense. They're just they're just insane players. They deserve their spot in the finals.
Absolutely. Both of them played insane. Dean very close to winning it on this Colorado as well. Unfortunate rip at the end. But we have Scruffy ready for an interview, so let's talk to the man of the hour. Scruffy, congratulations
Hello.
on your grand finals victory. How does it feel becoming a Roulette Rivals champion back to back after the World Championship as well?
It's very nice. That was a tough match, to be honest. There were a lot of rips on some maps, especially Bangkok. So it was getting very stressful towards the end,
Can't imagine.
especially going into Colorado where Dein hadn't lost before. So I felt like I was at a bit of a disadvantage.
You never did that kill before, even practice, did you? Because
No,
the
not
achievement.
once.
Wow.
I had to look up
Impressive
where that map sword,
improvisation.
I had to look up where the watch battery was, and it turns out I had run past
Oh
it.
my god.
That was impressive with the watch battery. But I'm thinking, did you pay attention there to where you killed Sean? Because actually, you were so close there on Colorado, and Dean actually ended up ripping because he blew up Sean in the house, and guards went down the staircase to see Penelope's body. Was that something you wanna like paid attention to there? Like I gotta blow up Sean outside the house, or
Yeah, like I considered going to kill Maya and then doing Sean when he was in the house, but I was just scared of the chance that I could rip. So
that's
instead I just got him on
solid
the way
play there,
back.
man. Solid play. Congratulations, by the way, 4th-time champion now. Must feel really good. Well deserved, man.
Thanks.
Absolutely. I want to come back to the Bangkok really quickly. You did mention it. It did not quite work out the way you wanted it, and for Dean neither. I mean, you both had plenty of rips. You can see by the 15 minutes in-game time. I mean, I feel like at the first rip you must already think it's over, and then the second rip comes in, and you're still somehow in it. So can you let us in on your thoughts on that during that Bangkok a little bit, maybe?
Yeah, I think I had a good idea for what to do, but then after that first rip, everything just sort of fell apart. I kept just making small mistakes, and it just snowballed into everything going wrong. But like after even one rip, I did think it was over, and then after the second, I was sure. But then somehow after like 5 or 6, I still ended up winning. So
Definitely an impressive feat. And yeah, you were on match point after Bangkok, but then Sapienza was won by Dean, putting the match 8-6 score. Were you, I guess, kind of nervous coming into Colorado, thinking that, well, Dean could win this as well now, and it could end up on an 8-8 going to the random maps?
yeah, that was definitely on my mind. Like when I was on 8-4, I felt like I still had a solid lead going into Sapi. But then being on 8-6 feels completely different because there's just one match between the two of you, one map between the two of you. And like any rips on Colorado could have meant that it would just be down to one map to end it all. And that's a very scary thought.
Absolutely.
Which map were you the most confident going into, by the way?
Probably Ambrose. Like I just think, it's usually a really easy spin on Ambrose,
Yeah.
and I can usually do them pretty quick, and that ended up being the case.
I mean, you got 2 map records, both on maps you of course already held map records on though. But were you like when that Ambrose spin arrived, were you like, because that was like you didn't hesitate, you couldn't hesitate there, you just like you ran right through it. And with Miami, did you see that being a world record potential spin the moment it arrived, or?
Yeah, for Miami, I definitely thought it would be very fast as soon as I saw it.
Yeah, congratulations on new world records.
Yeah, just like shoot the car is such a fast condition, and the Robert was really easy too. I didn't know how fast it would be, but I thought it could be a record. And
Actually,
then Ambrose, go ahead.
sorry for interrupting you, but I have a question about Sapienza, that frontal KO. What your thoughts in that exact moment was when you did the front KO on the guards in cave?
Yeah, I was just really annoyed, to be honest. Like, I I felt like that shouldn't have been a side KO, but I don't know. I guess I should have just done a thrown KO anyway. It's not worth
Yeah.
risking it. It's my
That
fault.
was actually the difference because you and Dean was right next to each other right there. You do the side
Yes.
KO.
Yes.
Dean throws a
Really?
wrench in his head.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, you guys were really like synced at that point.
Yeah.
Well, at that point, yeah, but before that, for some reason you were in the lead, but then some, I don't know, mysterious way, Dane catch up to you, and you just like synced like second for second, and that KO is what, yeah, prevent you from taking the Sapien, at least for the finish.
Yeah, would have likely been a photo finish otherwise.
Yeah, a very close one at that.
Yeah. I guess you're very happy that this ended now on Colorado and we didn't go to the score of an 8-8 going into Woodland Creek. But if that would have been the case, how confident would you have been going into Woodland Creek as the potential deciding map?
I don't know. Wouldn't be too confident. I think I'm alright at the map, but I definitely would have preferred if it would have been like the Berlin, which ended up being map 10. But I think I would have preferred if that was map 9 instead. I just think I would have had a better chance on Berlin.
Probably yes, but still, Dan have a pretty much cool record on Berlin too. So he have a, I believe, 90% win rate on Berlin. So it might be good for both of you, but not for someone one like alone. So yeah, I just looking for Berlin to be a decider too because well, it's a Berlin, it's a cool map, and to be the decider in that match with these players like you and Dane is going to be amazing, by the way.
I'm thinking about the win streak that you're on as well, Scruffy. It's something you've been pointing at a lot, trying to hunt down Ducker streak. I mean, you're on 22 now.
Yeah.
You ready to this next tournament? How do you expect it to go? Do you think you'll get there? It's one more match to tie it now, right?
Yeah, it is. I don't know. I think I definitely have a good chance, but you never know. You could end up just getting unlucky and being put against like Infrafone or something. Like anything could happen.
Yeah,
But I
true.
think it would be very nice to get that record.
I mean, you almost lost it to Luke. I mean, I guess you've probably
Yeah.
seen the scale there back though, but yeah, that was close. But yeah, but it's insane, man. Always fun to see records gets broken.
By the way, looking back, not only at the final, but at the entire tournament, how do you feel about how R16 went for you and maybe for other players? How did you feel about the tournament in general?
I think it was great. I think it was a really fun tournament, especially just with the new format. It definitely spiced things up a bit and made a lot of parts of the tournament more interesting than they would be. Like just the middle of the tournament when it was going from Swiss stage to KO stage, we had so many really important matches that ended up being really fun to watch. And I
Yeah,
think I
Swiss stage was really, really cool.
I mean, how you feeling about the new kill conditions though? I mean, considering you got the challenge complete in Colorado there, so you hadn't actually practiced that explosive watch battery before.
yeah, I'll be honest, I don't like a single one of them. Um, I don't know, I just find them all a bit boring or annoying or both. But yeah,
Maybe we can
Justice for the
talk to the
I don't know if
Frenzy.
that's what
council.
most people think about it. Yeah,
I
The
mean, it's
council shall
always
decide the
interesting
fate.
to hear what the winner of the tournament thinks of this, right? But yeah,
Yeah.
it's always interesting to test out new things, whether it's good or not, right?
yeah,
And
But yeah, I think Swiss very good. I think all people agree on that's being a positive thing. But yeah, it seems a very varying opinions about the conditions in the community. It does.
I have two quick questions before something, I don't know. About kill conditions. I believe you, you did first your watch party right now, and I believe earlier in this tournament you did the first cocaine lore in South of Fortuna. Am I right, or I am tripping? I believe you did it first to get the challenge for that. Correct me if I'm
Oh
wrong.
yeah, I had never done consumed Jorge before, and then I failed it miserably in my match against I Like Hitman because I forgot to pick up the bus, and that
Yeah,
just messed absolutely everything up.
yeah, that was the
Yeah,
thing.
that's the kind of skip. That's the kind of spin that I always skip if I'm practicing.
And the second question, it's a bit personal, but I should ask it. Why did you beat Deadly Muffin Man in the first round? Just tell me. Why did you did that?
How dare you?
Yeah, how dare you?
I'm sorry, it was for the greater good. I had to keep my win streak going. Otherwise, I think he would have beat me.
Of course he would have beat you.
Everything for the win streak. But yeah, any final thoughts on the match, Scruffy? Any words you want to say to Dean now, having played the final against him?
Yeah, I think, like, I obviously haven't watched it, but I think it was a great match. Seemed really close with a lot of rips to make it interesting. And yeah, Dane's a great player, and I'm sure he'll be back in the final sometime soon again, and maybe win it next time.
Maybe next time. But yeah, thanks for the interview, Scruffy. Congratulations on
Yeah,
winning
congrats, GG's.
GG's,
our
GG's.
15, 16.
16.
Don't mess up the script
Not
now.
15.
And yeah, I think this is at the end of the tournament now. We have played all 158 matches now to figure out the winner of Roulette Rivals 16. And I think at the end of it, I think only thank every single shoutcaster, match admin, and of course players who have participated in this tournament, who have contributed to making this tournament an absolute blast to play, cast, admin, and watch for every single one of us. So no matter if you only casted a single match, played a single match, or admined a whole lot of them, everyone certainly contributed to making this one a special one.
And also thank you to our admin, Chris, for the excellent spins this match. Thank you.
Absolutely. And also thanks to the three of you for co-casting this final with me. It's been an absolute
Thank you.
pleasure
That's
having you
great.
on board.
And thank you to you, Career Maker, for being amazing at production, casting, playing, adminning, at Civilization. I know you're playing as well.
Strike the playing. Apart from that, we can talk about it. But thank you. I really quickly, last thing, want to make short advertisement. If you've seen anything from this tournament that you deem award worthy, make sure to nominate it on rrawards.tv for the Roulette Rivals Awards at the end of the year. Maybe something from this tournament can make it there. We do have some submissions yet, but more is always better. But yeah.
Don't forget, by the way, to clip some of the things that happened even in the final.
Yes.
Because a lot of it happened. So.
Absolutely. And
And thank you.
Absolutely. And thank you everyone for watching. We hope you enjoyed this cast. We hope to see you soon. Potentially next Roulette Rivals. Thank you and goodbye.
Bye.